Hello again, and welcome to Lesson 28, where we are introducing the letter Z. You can see it here, but we are going to be looking at writing the letter Z as a printed letter, and there is also a choice should you prefer to write it that way. We start with a lead-in stroke. Lead in and a straight line across. And that is something that we haven't done so far in any of our letters. Lead in and a straight line across. Lead in, straight line across. Now, do pause the video if you would like to practice that shape a little bit more, and then just press play to come back to me. Lead in, straight line across, and then we slope down. Lead in, straight line across, and slope down. Lead in, straight line across, slope down, and we'll try that just one more time. Lead in, straight line across, and slope down. Now these lines, this one and this one, are straight lines. And I do appreciate they don't look it when you look at the writing that I've done. That's purely because when I'm writing on my iPad, I have nothing to lean on until I get to the very bottom corner. So do make sure that your hand is resting on your paper. Next bit. Lead in. Straight line across, slope down, and add another straight line. Lead in, straight line across, slope down with a straight line, and add another one. This time we will add an exit stroke because we join from there. So let's practice a few where we're joining them. Lead in, straight line across, straight line as a slope down, straight line across and up to join it to the next letter, Z. This shape is very similar to a printed letter Z, where we don't have a lead-in stroke and we don't have an exit stroke. And our capital letter Z is exactly the same, but a little bit bigger. There. And I'll do just one more. And this capital letter is used even if you prefer to write your letter Z like this when you're joining your letters together. Lead in. Curl over, curl round, across a wee bit. Again, curl round. It's a bit of a curl tummy out and slope up from the bottom. Lead in, curl over and round. Add another bigger one and slope up. And you will find both ways of writing it on the Getting Started booklets for handwriting. So you decide which one you prefer. And we're going to have a go now at writing these letter shapes on handwriting paper. But before that, which sound do we listen for to know to write the letter Z? I'm sure you got there before me. The sound is Z. That's what we're listening for. Z. We will use the bottom blue line as our writing line. Lead in, straight line across, straight line, slope down, and a straight line across again before we add the exit stroke. For our capital, we will be up at the top pink line for our straight line across. Slope down to the writing line and add another straight line across. Capital Z as well as lowercase z. We listen for Z to know to write them. Let's start with a lowercase letter. Lead in, across, slope down and across again. Let's try this way. We finish and join to the next letter Z. Ooh, I think I missed the line that time. I would definitely need to pause the video so I could practice those again and make sure that I hit that top writing line if I wanted all my letters to be the same size. Now let's try a printed letter Z. And there you can see how they sit together if we're not joining them, and how it is very similar to a capital letter Z. And let's make sure that was better. That one did go along the blue writing line. Now let's try joining to the letter A. Across, and then we go up for the curl over of the letter A. Up and curl over, and again. When we finish the Z, we slope up with our leading line for the letter A. E, well, there's our letter Z, slope up and add the letter E. Slope up, curl over and come down to finish. Slope up, curl over and down to finish. So we've joined Z to A, E. Which one's next? The letter Z into I. Z into I. And again, the letter Z into I. And we dot the I when we finished. And it's exactly the same if we were writing a word. When it's joined up writing, we wait until we've finished the word that we're on or the practice letters that we're on. Z into the letter O, our top joining vowel. But it doesn't really make much difference when the Z is first. There we go. Curl over and back. back, come round to join it up. We will be practicing O into the letter Z, because that is different from all of the others which start at the bottom. But for now, here we have the letter Z into U, which comes down and curls under before going back up again. Z into U. Okay, well done. Now let's put each of the vowels first. A into the letter Z, we go from the bottom, and that's exactly the same. E, we go from the bottom. I, we go from the bottom as well. But O is our top joiner. So curl over, back down, and we went across from that top joining loop. Across. And then into the Z. Everything else came from the bottom, just the way we practiced when we were joining the letter Z's together. This one is different. Across and then finish the letter Z. Oz. Oz is different. Well done. Here we have the finger spelling chart, and you can see that we hold up our left hand and our right hand hits the middle of it, about at the bottom of your fingers where you get those podgy wee bits. Tucks in there, and if you're left-handed, it's the other way round. Your left hand is tapping your straight hand. Thank you for joining me.